Friday is the highest point in history go through the roof. You're going to see the golden age of America.
Good evening. Welcome in here on a Tuesday that has been warmer and at times wet, and now our first thunderstorms of the day. Good evening to you. I'm meteorologist J.D. Rudd, keeping you company for the next about 28 minutes or so. This has been a fairly uneventful day in terms of overall rain and thunder, but now as we head toward the 8 o'clock mark, we're right there at 8 o'clock now, sunset hour, the atmosphere destabilizes a little bit, and this is the window for showers and storms to bubble up, and we are seeing some of those. Let's take a look at the radar and zoom in a little bit closer, see what's happening here. Looks like Joliet down through Morris toward Ottawa, right along I-80. This is an area that it was really cooking today. Temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s, so no surprise here. Plenty of heat was around earlier and didn't see a whole lot in the way of steady rainfall like we had farther north earlier this afternoon. So now a couple of thunderstorms have got themselves going. I don't see any major threats right now. We have this window for the next hour or two to see a couple of these thunderstorms grow in intensity. Maybe we see some small hail, maybe some gusty wind. Not overly concerned about widespread severe weather, but it's something worth keeping our eyes on as we go more into these evening hours. And I'm checking too off air here, National Weather Service, just to make sure they got their eyes on this. Of course they do. I'm not seeing anything concerning out of them. They're monitoring the same thing that I am. So if we see any changes here, we'll jump back in and let you know. But for the time being, it's just some pockets of some heavier rain and some thunder. So don't be surprised to hear some of that near Joliet through Morris and toward Ottawa, kind of right there along I-80 and near I-55. As you can see, it's all moving almost straight east. So as the late evening rolls on, areas, say, around Park Forest, Chicago Heights, and toward the Illinois-Indiana line, we'll likely see more of these showers and thunderstorms. Let's actually try to play things out here with Futurecast to show you how it may work itself out. Let's back this view up just a little bit here. Let's see if we can reset that and back the view up a little more. So by 11 o'clock tonight, the forecast model has the line of showers and storms off to our south and southeast. And I do agree with that. Whatever we have going on right now is quickly going to work its way out of here. And I'm thinking by midnight, we're on the quiet side. What happens heading into tomorrow morning? Well, not quite as chilly as what it was today. I think temperatures around 50. Some areas might be about 47, 48. We actually had readings in the 30s, lower 30s across northern Illinois this morning. More about that in just a moment. Go throughout the day tomorrow. It's going to be a mixture of clouds and sunshine. And here's the deal. Not nearly as warm tomorrow as what it was today, especially up against the lakefront, where pretty much the entirety of the day is spent with temperatures around 53 to 55 degrees at best. You could see there the far southeast edge of Lake Michigan, 50. We're talking areas like Benton Harbor, Michigan City. That's it because of a northwest wind coming across Lake Michigan, really holding back those temperatures for tomorrow. Then by tomorrow evening, the sky begins to clear out, and this will set us up for a sun-filled day on Thursday, and I think the temperatures will be a bit higher on Thursday as well. No rain expected for tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. Thursday looks dry as well. Then by Friday and the weekend, rain chances will be going back up. So in the short term, to time things out, thunderstorms bubbling up in some cases here this evening. Overnight will clear out, will turn cool, and then tomorrow stays cool, a little breezy, but we will see sun from time to time, although the clouds really try to nose their way in and gunk up the sky. Now, if you were curious, today officially goes down as our 5th day this month with measurable moisture. Why is that significant? Because last month we had 19 days of measurable moisture. It was a soggy April, and now we've kind of turned the page here in May. We've seen 5 days of rain, yes, but each one of those 5 days, it's been meager amounts. Grand total, including what we saw earlier today, we're only sitting at 0.3 of an inch of rainfall. That's it. The normal average for the entirety of the month, 4.49 inches. Now, up until today, this was the driest start to May since 2007. But just by adding a few hundredths of an inch, it's now the driest start we've had since 2020. You look back, though, at the past handful of years, 2025, we weren't too far off. By this time last year, we only had 1/3 of an inch of rainfall. By this time in 2024, for the month of May, it was 2.42 inches. 2023 was meager. 2022 was okay. 2021 was meager, and 2020 was on the lower side too. So it seems to be this pattern kind of alternating back and forth, and then every so often you get back-to-back years where the month of May starts off on the dry side. But we're about to hit that wet pattern, and there's plenty of May left to go, and I do believe we'll see a lot more in the way of rain. What about a difference in temperature, too? 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, it was only 54 degrees. 3 o'clock today, 72. An 18-degree temperature jump, and that's just in the city. Farther south, we had highs today touching 80-plus degrees. Look at this, 82 in Kankakee, same thing in LaSalle. Rensselaer, 81 today. Joliet hit 79, 74 in Midway, 78 Chicago Heights. Benton Harbor struggled at 65, Waukegan at 68. And those high temperatures in our northernmost areas kind of happened late morning to early afternoon. Then the clouds and the rain came in, and it knocked back the readings. Meanwhile, farther south, we spent more of the day dry and seeing a little more sunshine, helping to boost up those temperatures. So what a difference. And these were the low temperatures this morning. This is what I was talking about a minute ago. Look how cold it got farther north. It was 32 freezing degrees this morning in Waukegan. This has kind of been an area the past couple of days, Lake County toward McHenry County, that has just seen morning after morning of frost. We can't seem to shake the frosty pattern. I do believe we will do that tonight. Not to be overlooked, by the way, Rensselaer 34 this morning, Michigan City 32, Benton Harbor was at 30. So yes, even our Indiana counties got a little bit chilly. And part of the reason for that, the clouds, they moved in last night into this morning, but they weren't as widespread as expected. And this time of year, those clouds act like a blanket. And without that blanket, temperatures really tumble down in a few select areas. So tomorrow's headlines, what happens? Not as warm as what it was today. Most areas in the 60s, lakefront areas in the 50s. It's going to be a chilly breeze kind of a day. North breeze at around 10, 15, 20 miles per hour throughout the better part of the day tomorrow. So don't be surprised by that. And the clouds, they will be stubborn, but I do think they break for some sunshine from time to time. Now let's jump into the weekend, because this is going to get a lot of attention. Look at the temperatures first off. 85 on Saturday. If we do indeed hit that 85, it would be the warmest day of 2026 thus far. And then how about 82 on Sunday? Back-to-back days in the 80s? We've not done that in about 7 months. So what a warm-up that's coming. But as you also see, rain and storm chances. Okay, let's talk about that more for just a second. I think Saturday, I'm going to paint it right now as mainly dry, but there could be a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. Now, better chances on Sunday for more widely scattered showers and storms in the afternoon to the evening. My only concern for Sunday, the atmosphere might be primed up by then for some stronger activity. Maybe we see a handful of severe storms Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening, hail, wind, perhaps rotation. It's too early to nail down those specifics, but you know how it goes this time of year. When it gets warmer, when we have higher dew points, and then these little systems come through, we get higher chances for something on the strong to severe side. So keep that in mind as we head toward the weekend. Might be a lingering shower in a couple spots tomorrow, but I think we're dry. We should be completely dry on Thursday. Friday morning, there's a chance for a few showers. And then, like I say, I think most of Saturday is dry, but if there were a pop-up shower or storm, I wouldn't be completely surprised. The best day for rain and thunder then is on Sunday. And once more, some of those storms could turn strong to severe. Let's check it outside right now. Beautiful looking sunset. Sunset time now is right around 8:02. So the sun has dipped below the horizon, but we still keep that light in the sky for about 20, 25 more minutes beyond sunset. So what an evening we have. Temperatures? Hey, we've had a nice rebound here. We're up to 67. That's after falling down well into the lower 60s earlier with the rain that we had around. The wind out of the southwest at 10 miles per hour. Dew points have gone up quite a bit. 51. That's compared to a couple of days ago when the dew point value was only around 22, 23. We had some pretty low dew points not that long ago. Some very dry air. That dry air affecting some people. Also the pollen, the allergies trying to come back in some cases too. Temperature check right now. Everybody in the 60s except for Rockford. It has bounced up to 71. 68 in Aurora, 63 Chicago Heights, same thing in Maryville, 62 in Kankakee, 64 in Morris. Rensselaer's at 63, Benton Harbor's at 60, so it's a comfortably cool evening. But these temperatures that we have right now might be higher in most cases than the expected high temperatures for tomorrow. So step out and try to enjoy this for what little bit we have it left before things will change as we move into Wednesday. Forecast lows tonight, not nearly as chilly, as cold as last night. We will see the upper 40s across our northernmost areas. I do not believe we fall much farther than that. It is possible that some outlying areas do slip to around 45, 46 degrees. I can't rule that out, but I don't think we're in for freezing temperatures. We're not in for frost tonight. How about that for a welcome change? And the typical low this time of year is 49, so we're right where we should be for the near middle part of May. Forecast highs tomorrow. This is just tough. We can't shake this cool air up against the lake. 54 to 55. That is going to be it for high temperatures tomorrow. Interior areas about 60 to 63, and then far enough away from the lake, 64, 65. 66 degrees. Remember, typical high this time of year is close to 70. In most cases, it's around 69. So all these values are below normal for the near middle part of May. Here's tomorrow at a glance, breaking things down. A little sunshine in the morning, then the clouds increase. And the clouds break apart, and they may increase from time to time. Northwest wind also going up tomorrow, around 10 to 25 miles per hour. I think we hit 61 at 3 o'clock and then back down to the 50s by 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. That's in the city. Remember, lakefront areas will hold in the 50s all day long. So we're going to slip and dip a little bit tomorrow, and then after that, we go ripping. Temperatures will go soaring. 70s come back on Friday. 80s over the weekend, and it looks to stay warm as we head into the first half of next week. Plus, daily chances for showers and storms. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's that lovely pattern we're going to find ourselves in. So here's the 7-day forecast, and you'll see things broken down in more detail here. A chance for showers on Friday. I think it's mainly in the morning, a high of 75. I'm going to say most of Saturday dry, but again, a pop-up shower storm would not surprise me at all. Look at the morning temperatures, by the way, over the weekend. Near 60. Mild starts to our days, and that, of course, sets us up for the warmer afternoons. A bit toasty this weekend, and like I mentioned a couple of nights ago, I'm being conservative with those temperatures on Saturday. I've seen some indications suggesting it could be a few degrees higher than 85. We'll keep it around 80 for Monday. A little slippage of the temperature by Tuesday, down to 75 with more chances for showers and storms. So what lies beyond Tuesday, and what other stats have I dug up? We're going to talk about 90s because Saturday could be warm enough. When was the last time we saw 90s? How often do we see it? When does it happen? We'll cover all that and so much more. We'll take a break. We'll come back in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us.
hit the
Hey, cats and kittens, thank you for staying with us here on a Tuesday. Meteorologist J.D. Ron back with you, tracking the radar with some showers and thunderstorms bubbling up. Nothing concerning right now. Doing some off-air analysis a second ago. I'm not seeing hail cores in here, not seeing much for wind. It's just some heavy rain and some thunder and lightning in some cases. Let's do a quick version of what I was just doing behind the scenes. I'm going to stop this radar loop, bring you up to the current time. So that's the regular radar showing the precipitation intensity, also showing the lightning on there as well. Let's take a look and see if we can find any hail cores. Not seeing any. And we take a look at the wind part of Doppler radar. Nothing is standing out here to me at all. We take a couple different looks of the radar. I mean, you could make a case. Let's just sample this where those brighter greens are near Morris. It's detecting some near 50-mile-per-hour winds aloft, not necessarily down to the ground. So maybe there is a little bit of gusty wind with this. Let's check in here with the folks at the Weather Service and see what they have going on. Yeah, they're not concerned at all. Just a threat for lightning they're talking about, and maybe some light wind gusts. That's going to be about it. So we're kind of right on par with things are, but these are going to produce some pretty brief and heavy pockets of some rain. Earlier today was just some light to moderate showers. This is going to do some dumpage of water in some cases, so let's quickly go into a couple of locales. First off, we go here near Frankfurt. You've got a couple little areas here that might be getting a quick little soaking, heading toward the Chicago Heights area in about the next 5 or 10 minutes, most likely. Let's actually put a little track on this heavier part of the cell and just kind of show you where that's headed. There's the Heights area at about 842. That doesn't sound right. Let's try that one more time. Let's take this, moving to the east at about 25, 30 miles per hour. We'll kick that out to about 30. There it is. There's the Heights area, 837. That sounds about more accurate to me. So 837, also into Ford Heights, 842. Linwood at about 848. Prior to that, what do you got? Park Forest at 833. Matson at about 8:30, so you get the kind of idea where that little rain cell is going. And then let's track the other couple that we have here farther south and southwest. This one here, just south of Saratoga, that one's got quite a bit of rain with it over Morris, working its way to the east. So same idea. Let's back the radar view out just a little bit to give us some lead time on here and kind of track the heavier core of that, moving at around 30 miles per hour. You get an idea. Elwood, 849. A few other spots here in the next, 7 to 10 minutes. So kind of cruising along. Again, these are not severe. It's just pockets of heavy rain. That's all that I'm watching. That's the extent of the excitement excitement for tonight. Plus some healthy amounts of thunder and lightning out there. Not terribly robust, but we're at that time of the day where this tends to happen this time of year, especially given the warmer air that we had in our southernmost areas. So again, I'll keep my eyes on that. If I see anything concerning, I'll certainly jump back over to the radar and let you know. Otherwise, we'll just track the showers as they work their way through. Nothing farther north. If you are north of I-80, basically, that's it. You're done with rain. You're done with thunderstorms for the night. Everything should peel its way off to the south and southeast over the next, I'd say, 2 to about 3 hours or so from now. Let's take you outside and show you the bean, our nightly view of Cloud Gate, which, by the way, this Friday turns 20 years old. Keep saying that over and over. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. Hard to believe. It's been 20 years already since this sculpture was put here, and so many folks flock to it, get their pictures taken from far and wide. I mean, on a night like tonight, where it has been a little bit wet, you don't see as many people, but I was surprised how many folks were out earlier despite the rain trying to snag a picture or two. Temperature-wise, it's not terrible. We're at 67 right now. Southwest wind is at 10 miles per hour. And again, the dew point value is sitting at 51. Other temperatures around the area, it's a fairly comfortable near mid-May evening. A lot of areas, about 64 to 65. Hey, in some cases, you could refer to this as thermostat weather. I mean, you think at some times of the year you set your thermostat to around 67, 68 degrees. That's kind of where we are, which isn't bad. So maybe if it was a bit toasty in the house earlier today, you open the windows up, let some cooler air come in. Just be mindful of the rain trying to move its way through in some backyards. Where do we go from here? We're going to slip a little bit, but not too far tonight. I'm thinking about 60 shortly after midnight, into the mid-50s by 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then lower 50s, upper 40s in some cases by daybreak tomorrow. Average low temperature this time of year is around 49 degrees. So I'm going to put us at 50. The wind shifting more to the northwest, 10, 25 miles per hour. That breeze might stay with us throughout the overnight time frame, and that rain and thunder moves out and we quiet things down as we head toward early tomorrow morning. Other low temperatures around the area tonight, I think 40s across northern portions of Illinois. Will be somewhere around 50, give or take, on the Indiana side. Our far southern locales, 51, 52. And again, those evening showers and storms will move out once we get beyond about midnight tonight. Now, tomorrow, I do think we see sunshine from time to time, yes, but it's not going to be a full-on sunny day. I also don't think it's a full-on gray, overcast day. So it's a mixture of clouds and sun. Clouds breaking for sun at times. Still breezy tomorrow. Northwest wind at around 10 to 25 miles per hour. And yes, a high in the city of only 62. If you're up against the lakefront, you're not going to see the 60s tomorrow. You may not even see the mid-50s. I got 54 at the lakefront, 55 in Gary, 54 Michigan City and Benton Harbor, maybe 58 in Waukegan, and that's at the peak of the day. You toss in that northwest wind, it's going to feel even cooler. Conversely, farther away from the lake, say Morris, Kankakee, LaSalle, about 65 to 66, where we are now. So evening temperatures become daytime highs as we go into tomorrow. So Futurecast, we're going to kick those showers out of here later on tonight. We'll dry things out overnight into tomorrow morning. I don't see any major storm system for tomorrow, but there is that departing system just east of the Great Lakes. It may be close enough in the area. There could be a wayward sprinkle. I can't completely rule that out. But I also believe with high pressure nearby, we should settle things down, especially by tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. That sets us up for a fairly sunny day on Thursday, and then, oh yeah, here we go. Another warm front, a chance of showers and storms early Friday morning. I think that's in and out of here on Friday. The bigger story is going to be the push of warm air. Now listen, going throughout the day on Friday, we're going to have a southwest wind. You see where that warm front is? That warm front is not over our area. How do I break this down simplistically? That warm front is kind of like a wall separating us from the extra toasty air. But again, and if I could draw on here, I would. Southwest wind coming up from that warm front. We're going to start to pull in some of that warm air. We'll see temperatures jump into the mid-70s on Friday. What we really need is that front to clear the area. And it may do just that as we head into Saturday and Sunday. As you watch Futurecast into motion here, that front gets closer and closer and closer. As we get to Saturday, I think it moves through in the afternoon, and that should send our temperatures well into the 80s. But here's the thing, even in the May season, how far north can that warm front go? There are times with the cooler lake water, if the wind is more stubborn off of Lake Michigan, it combats the warm front and stifles that warm air, keeps it down farther south. So is there a scenario where we don't get that warm over the weekend? Yes. Even still, I think the 70s are a pretty good bet. Even if that warm front stalls a few hundred miles to our south, I still think we make it to the 70s this weekend. But I'm optimistic that front's going to come barreling through here. The southwest wind is strong enough. We'll see temperatures really soar on Saturday. So I'm going 85 right now. The only thing that could really mess that up, too, is if we get more showers and storms than expected. The more cloud cover we have, the lower the temperatures will be. I think we see more clouds, more showers, more storms on Sunday, which is why I have the temperature sitting at 82. And again, if both days are really cloudy and really wet, we'll have to peel those temperatures back a few degrees. Still, it is going to be a warm stretch, something we've not had in a while. I mean, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row of 75 or better? I mean, the last time we had back-to-back days in the 80s was the early part of October. So we're about due for things to warm up. But then what happens beyond that? Let's take a look first at the precip outlook. May 18th through the 22nd, the odds are going up that we'll see at least a few different rounds of rain. Then by the 3rd to 4th week of the month, the chances start to diminish a little bit. Could be a little dry period. And then with the Memorial Day holiday coming up at the end of the month, it always seems to rain, does it not? Temperature-wise, we should be leaning toward being above average for the 18th through the 22nd of the month. And I think that trend may continue as we head toward the end of May. Keep in mind, we normally see high temperatures in the 90s in May. Before we run out of time, let me show that to you. Past 5 years, we hit 94 May 15th last year. Waited until June in 2024, but look at this, 2023, 2022, and 2021 all saw our first 90s before the end of May. So before too long, it could heat up around here. My time is up. The pre-show is coming your way, and then the 9 o'clock newscast as well. Thanks for being with us. See you back here again soon.